Hey guys, welcome back, it's G. So today, I have a few cell phones to add to my collection. And by a few, I mean a lot. Getting right into it, starting out with the Sony Xperia Play that was on Verizon. Really cool concept, but it never really took off. We have the Droid Bionic. And as I gather up the multiple LG Octanes that I have, that one has seen better days. Don't worry, I'm not the one who did this. These phones are from, I don't even know where. I've had so many different jobs with cell phones. People just kind of throw them away and I take them. That's a Droid Razr Max HD. The HTC Rhyme that I almost dropped. We have a plethora of NV3s. There's a maroon, a blue, another maroon, and it will take me quite some time, but there is another blue NV3. Just give it a second. Right, there's three, and I'll finally stumble across the last NV3. Blackberry Pearl. The Samsung Gleam. This phone also came in purple, and this is the gold version. We have a very old school Samsung flip phone. No antenna, which was pretty high tech, but look at that hump on the front of that. I mean, that is just so funny. We have an old school Motorola that did have an antenna. We have a newer style Blackberry Bold. These are the ones that featured the touchscreen. We have the LG 9400. And before I put this one in the bin, let me just show you, since this is a real model, the antenna on this thing. I went so many years and did not know this phone had an antenna, but boy does it have one. I mean, this is so crazy if someone actually took that antenna out and used the phone with it up. I mean, that's just, it looks hideous. Okay, we have the LG Dare, and next to it's the LG Versa, and this phone came out after the LG Dare, but featured this little side hinge thing that you unlocked, and you could actually attach on a keyboard to the back or a gaming pad. This phone had a super small screen, but I really did like the modular concept of it. We have a few Microsoft Zunes. I don't even know what these are called, honestly. I just know it's a Zune, kind of like an iPod Nano at the time, but they're just kind of fun to look back on. We have the Motorola Droid X2, not the Moto X. This is the Droid that came out long before it. We have the original Motorola Droid, and I loved the industrial design of this. You know, the Droid 2 kind of followed in its footsteps, but I also have a Droid 3. This one I didn't care for so much. I did like the dedicated number row and the physical keyboard, but the rounded edge just kind of took away the feel that I liked about it. We have the Samsung Droid Charge, which was the first Samsung phone on Verizon to feature 4G. And next to it, we have the first 4G phone ever on Verizon, which was the HTC Thunderbolt. Both of these phones had horrendous battery life for anyone that used them at the time. Super cool features, but charging the phone like 4 times a day was something I was totally not into. Moving along, we have the Motorola Droid Razr M, which was the smaller version of like the Droid Razrs. We have another Droid 3. We have the Blackberry Storm, again, very damaged, but still brings back the nostalgia. We have a 9400, the dummy unit. I think it's the WX755. We have the Blackberry Torch. Well, we have a few Blackberry Torches. Here we have an NV Touch, which the fact that this phone had a 3.5mm headphone jack for a basic phone was pretty cool. Another basic LG flip phone. the Samsung Rogue, which I never had personally, but I really liked the design back in the day. We have the Droid Pro, which was kind of Motorola's version of a Blackberry, trying to convert some people over at the time. This phone, the HTC Status, this was like the Facebook phone basically with a dedicated Facebook button. This thing I don't think ever had a chance. I mean, the design was so quirky, but I am glad I do have one of these to add to my collection. One of my favorite basic phones of all time was my LG Chocolate 3, and apparently I was really excited about it because I dropped it. I don't know what it is today, but yeah, loved this phone. And I almost don't want to show you this one. I bought this online to take the battery out of it, but yeah, that screen is totally trashed. I bought this for like $10 years ago. I never did successfully take the battery out and get it into the phone I wanted it to, but I kept it around. We have the Galaxy Nexus by Samsung, and I believe this was the first and maybe only phone that Verizon sold that was a Nexus on their network. And last but not least, we have an LG VX 5400 in the box. That is so much style from 2006. I don't even need to say anything else about it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you.